Yo, it's your boy Carter Chris, man, WCC. I'm back in the building another Asheville, man. How y'all been? How doing well? Hope you been taking care of yourself, loving yourself, staying out the way, healing, doing what you need to do, eating some fruit, drinking some water, whatever you love to do, man. Keep doing it, keep going, and keep staying afloat. They want to bring you down, man. Don't let them bring you down. Don't let them. Ooh, excuse me. Don't let them try to consume your energy. You know what I'm saying? Use that energy to put it into something good or something that you love, man. You feel me? Meditate, do what you need to do. Look at nature, take it in. You know what I'm saying? And just be your best self at the end of the day. Don't let nobody discourage you from doing what the fuck you want to do. It's your life. This is your movie. You feel me? We are in the Truman Show, no cap. So yeah, just keep doing. You keep going. You feel me? Like I said, no matter what, especially me, like I'ma just keep posting regardless. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Ain't nothing gonna discourage me. Like I said, this is just chill, posting reactions with people that, you feel me, support me. So I'm gonna just keep on posting these bangers, no matter what, man. Until we up. But today we got Omeezy. Shout out Omeezy. It's been a little minute since we did an Omeezy bid. Today we got Sneako ruining his career. He's finally realizing it. So I've been out of the loop of all this streaming stuff for real, honestly. So you feel me, especially Kick, because I don't really give a fuck about people on Kick. We know Kick, they be on some degenerate shit. You know what I'm saying? They be on some weirdo shit. So let's see what's going on, man. Shout out to Omeezy. Go check him out. Without further ado, man, let's get to this banger.
Deported. That's all a straight up lie. But I was issued a lifetime ban from Australia, and I'll detail. They gave me a lot of reasons. It's pretty funny that that's my life. I didn't even stream there, and I got a lifetime ban. That is true. Media did this whole outrage. I didn't even stream there. I just was there existing. I didn't stream. I didn't do anything.
Ooh, wait, do I not feel sorry for this one? Sneako thought he was leaving his old ways behind, seeking out a new journey, a new path in which he could cleanse his name by distancing himself from those that have helped tarnish it over the past couple years. But just this week, 4 different, and I do mean 4 different institutions, have reminded Sneako's ass, hey, even if you in a Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. We didn't forget, you shouldn't either. Australia, that's right, the Australia, blocked him and banned him. The UFC banned him. Twitch rejected him. And even when he was assaulted just a couple weeks ago by that man on the street, the New York Police Department still said, fuck you. It don't matter to me. And I've had bad weeks in my life. I'm here to tell you though, this isn't just a bad week. This is a tale of somebody who has had a bad past and it's finally catching up to him. Sneako's past is still in motion. Just because you denounce all this stuff doesn't mean that you get some sort of reset. Your whole face doesn't just get deleted.
I don't think I'm considered a hoe no more. I don't really got nobody in the last like 2 or 3 years.
She said no more.
Your wholeness can get deleted.
Man, y'all need to wake up. This is exactly why you need to stay out the way, man. Because you don't never know who's seeing. Like, bro, people, man, come on, bro. Like, it'd be so crazy how people be trying to do a whole rebrand, even though you just did the most craziest shit and didn't care. Now you want to rebrand and just what? It's nothing wrong with changing, you feel me, for the better. It's nothing wrong with it, like I said. But at the end of the day, most people aren't going to forget. Like, you just can't, you feel me, just reset and act like nothing happened. I'm sorry. Sneako, my nigga, you cook. You done burned all your bridges, doing all this weirdo shit. Like I said, bro, it's another reality where Sneako probably stayed around AMP and all them niggas, and he was a good dude still. You know what I'm saying? But you went to the dark side, nigga, so that's what people, like, you feel me, always gonna know you for. You feel me? You tarnish your image, and yeah.
Like after a certain amount of time.
And this week, 4 institutions reminded Sneako and the world that maybe you should think before you create. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. One day I might need to make a case for my internet wholeness to get deleted, and this subscriber count will be a part of my case. Now, back into the video. You know, I'm a fan of eucalyptus trees and koala bears, so I would like to visit Australia one day. That's probably what...
Me too. But it's like, damn, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a lot of crazy shit over there. I feel like, yeah, bro, I often about to say Atlantis. Atlantis is real, by the way. But yeah, Australia, I'm sorry, my nigga. Like, it's just too much shit that be going on. I done seen snakes in the toilets and shit, big ass spiders and shit. Like, and I heard spiders be chill, but my nigga, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Like, no, you feel me?
What Sneako said. While out there visiting and vacationing in the Down Under, he found himself in handcuffs and getting his ass sent back to the Americas. Why? Because he had found out that he had been banned from the entirety of Australia. It's interesting because the logic and the reasoning surprised Sneako himself, but once I heard it and once you hear it, it'll probably make a lot of sense.
It's basically called a character ban. So I didn't commit any crimes. I'm not a criminal. I've never been convicted of a crime, but they gave me a character ban. So my character is not fit for Australia to issue. So they revoked my visa and they said, you can't come back. You cannot come back to Australia.
The reason why Sneako got this character banned, and this is a direct quote from one of these senators of Australia, was that when you Google the individual, this strange character is a misogynist, he praises Hitler, and he's an anti-Semite. Basically what they're saying is the rhetoric that Sneako has been passing over the internet for the past X amount of years, no pun intended, has finally caught up with him, and it's getting noticed and recognized by a country who has been extremely, and I do mean extremely strict when it comes to social media.
Well, do you think that Tony Burke should cancel the visa of this American YouTuber, Sneako?
Without question, for anyone who goes and Googles this strange character, is a misogynist. He praises Hitler. He is an anti-Semite. That is not the kind of person we want here. And if the soulless organisations that are social media platforms thought it was wise to ban him and deplatform him in a sense, then why on earth is he working his way through our systems?
Now, this for American citizens is extremely unprecedented, but it seems as though other countries are acting fast, and they are taking the things that these content creators are placing online and saying, you know what, this is enough to, you know, build a profile off of them, judge them on their character, on their past, and say that we don't want them in our countries. We don't even want to deal with any sorts of other issues that they may potentially bring. This is different because even Sneako can highlight, it's not like he was actually streaming in this country. He wasn't doing anything there. He was just visiting.
I didn't even stream there. I was just existing. I'm just chilling. I just was there existing. I didn't stream. I didn't do anything.
This would be counter to the Miami ban that he had gotten a couple months ago, where he, Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Myron, and Walter were at the Miami nightclub and they were playing Kanye West's anti-Semitic song. I think it was HH or whatever it's called. Sneako would immediately receive bans from different Miami nightclubs, restaurants, etc., based on those actions on stream. But this time he didn't do anything, at least in the place that he's visiting. Australia is a place that's going to use logic and reasoning in order to make a judgment call. And they're going to keep these people that are deemed to be extremist or bad people away from their citizens at all costs.
Conservative commentator Candace Owens has been barred from visiting Australia because she failed the so-called character test used to evaluate applicants before granting them visas. The case was brought before Australia's highest court after Owens challenged Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke's 2024 decision to deny her a visa under the nation's Migration Act. Burke stated that Owens had potential to incite discord in the Australian community and decided that refusing to issue her a visa was in Australia's national interest. Burke said in court documents that Owens had made extremist and inflammatory comments toward Muslim, Black, Jewish, and LGBTQIA+ communities, which generate controversy and hatred.
I'm not saying that Candace Owens and Sneako are the same. They might come from the same drawer, but maybe they're a different tool. What I'm saying here is that Australia has shown the willingness to have a zero tolerance policy for any sorts of nonsense. Any of these disruptors, the people who feel like they just want to shake the fabric, just to shake the fabric of society for no reason other than their own financial gain, those types of people, those people aren't just allowed in the country. And they're showing that they're going to take into serious consideration the impacts that social media can have on the public, which I think is actually a pretty big deal. Australia basically is going to start asking what these people represent. And when the government starts judging you on what you represent, your current explanation may not matter anymore. As long as there's some sort of public archive of what you've done in the past, what you claim to be representing in the future can go out the window. Question isn't, hey, what are you doing today? It's about what your name is in the public conversation as a whole.
Now, explain this. How was he given a visa when he's been banned from multiple social media platforms numerous times over the years? Repeatedly banned from YouTube, it seems currently banned from Instagram, banned from social media, yet allowed into Australia. These are the kinds of people the Albanese government is letting in Australia, even while they're holding Royal Commission hearings into anti-Semitism.
Now, the worst part about this for Sneako is that when it rains, it ultimately pours. What the Australian situation shows is that these institutions really don't give a fuck about what you're saying online or claiming that you represent. You have an archive, and I do mean a long archive of decisions that you've made across the internet. And I think that exists for anybody and everybody. It's this thing, I'm probably gonna coin this phrase, but digital footprint. And they're looking at it as they make decisions about you and how they want to align with you going into the future. And in the case of somebody like a Sneako, it especially hurts his case for being a part of these institutions, organizations, or going to these different places and spaces when he's had a long, and I do mean long, track record of doing something outrageous, anti-Semitic, homophobic, anti-black, etc., saying that he's seen some sort of new light and is changing his ways, and then reverting back to being that same exact person before the figuring out of what he's doing is wrong. What's that one infamous George Bush line?
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you."
A lot, they're gonna be big nuts. It's not just one entity that banned Sneako, it's several. This week has been terrible for him. He can't even go to the fights no more.
Seems like I was also banned from the UFC. Dylan Dennis posted a picture of the ban list. I think he got it from an insider. He posted on his Instagram story. It looks like a cartel shakedown. It's like 8 Mexican guys, Dylan Dennis, and then me. And they pick a picture where I look really Mexican. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm banned from the UFC. Dana White, can we figure that out? Does anybody know why? Can someone just tell me why?
Now, this one isn't as loud as the Australia ban, but it is still very impactful. The UFC, the fighting organization that Dana White owns, decided that they were going to put him on a ban list. They don't want him around. They don't want to hang with him. They don't fuck with him. All these different things. And I will say, apparently it has been going on for a hot minute. Jake Shields took to the internet to say, when I went to the power slap with Sneako, all of the security were given his picture and told he must be kept out of VIP. Despite knowing many of the security guards, I was unable to get him in. It's extremely bizarre how much they hate Sneako. Is it extremely bizarre? Like, in all actuality, is it extremely bizarre when you look at the digital footprint of a Sneako? I think the only reason why Jake Shields or Sneako would even have this sort of reaction is because they can't pinpoint one specific moment. But again, if you just have Google, TikTok, well, you can't really search Sneako's name on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, it becomes abundantly clear why people wouldn't want to associate themselves with him. He's accumulated this reputation and people don't want to be around it. And for what it's worth, it's rightfully so. Like, they have the ability to say, you know what, I just don't want to rock with this guy. He's not just granted the ability to say whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, associate with whoever he wants, and then at the same time not have to live through any sorts of consequences. That's just not how life works. No matter if you claim to have changed your rhetoric, that doesn't mean that people have to take that into consideration, forgive you, and then keep it pushing. I know for him, the UFC ban may feel like Sneako is being punished for the idea of Sneako, specifically the elder version of Sneako, but what people have to realize is that these companies, these entities are fed up with the nonsense that a lot of content creators put out on the internet. But at some point, I think the continuation of trying to get in places and spaces that you are no longer like allowed in or have been told constantly that they don't rock with you has to be some sort of humiliation kink. But that's never gonna stop Sneako. For what seems to be the 80th time, he gets rejected by Twitch for a reinstatement on the platform.
Let's go check if I'm still banned. There you go, rejected. So it's I don't know what I did. Twitch just rejected my appeal. I have no idea. What am I guilty of?
Like, bruh, it'd be so crazy to think that, man, like, you cannot act all innocent, nigga. You used to be a whole nuisance on all the apps, hanging with them type of people that, you feel me, Marlon, like, bruh, that used to be your clique, dude. People that didn't give a fuck, right, and didn't care about you feel me, or didn't care about anyone in general. Just said anything for engagement, raise bait, for interactions, and now it's all catching up to you, man. Like, you gotta realize this shit, bro. The internet, it never goes anywhere, Sneako. That's what you're not feeling. You're feeling to realize. Like, if this was OG Sneako, my nigga, like, he would probably be disappointed in you. And OG Sneako was, you feel me, wise, inspirational, you feel me, with just posting real ass content. Now you done just shifted into this monster, like, you feel me, and you're getting repercussions of it, bro. You can't act like this and then say all this stuff and stand and swear you standing on business. Now we realize these people that you hanging around that's doing the same weird shit you doing don't fuck with you. You just can't switch up and act like you just been completely innocent, bro. No, you feel me? That's not how it works, man.
What did I do? Some of the appeals that they have accepted, I've seen assault, sexual misconduct. I've seen that appeal go through. You can promote OnlyFans.
I must say, I do think
true. That is true. Not gonna lie. That is true. Twitch do be promoting some few streamers where it's like how are they not banned, or how do they get like a light ban for some? You feel me? Yeah. That's true. But my nigga, come on, man. You feel me? At the end of the day, bro. Sneako, it's not like you've been doing any good, bro. Like, or been pushing any positivity, love, anything like that, man. Come on, bro. Let's be real.
that this whole thing is funny, because every time that Sneako sees some sort of consequence, he realizes that, you know what, I probably went a little too far. He's chasing to be in these places and spaces that he's not invited to, but for whatever reason, he can't seem to figure out the actions that got him to the place and space in the first place.
What is my hateful conduct? At least tell me now. At least just maybe a statement or something.
You see, Sneako's problem is that he wants some sort of instant gratification. He thinks that, hey, if I just stay cool for about 2-3 weeks and then I submit an appeal, then I'm gonna be in the good graces of whatever platform or whatever entity that has banned me. But these people who are the administrators of these bans are saying to themselves, no, gang, we are looking at your totality. We're looking at your transcript. We are looking at your history when it comes to the internet, and for whatever it's worth, we don't want to be around you. Now, I do agree with Sneako. Like, there's so many people that do insane things on Twitch, the platform. And they do have a consistency problem. But what I can at least give some grace to Twitch, because again, I don't really have grace to Twitch at all, is that they are consistent in the fact that repeat offenders, and I'm talking about now years worth of repeat offenses, are going to be handled in a manner that doesn't reward them with a temporary ban. No, you're gonna see a long-term consequence for the actions and stunts that you pull on different platforms. That's just the case. So even if Sneako feels like he's changed, that doesn't mean that Twitch has to agree with him or respect his timeline. This is like if you had a little brother or sister, or hell, maybe you were the little brother or sister, who would constantly do bad things all the time. And then when somebody threatens them with no dessert or an early bedtime or maybe missed Christmas, they tighten up for 20 minutes, an hour or two, or maybe even a week, thinking that should resolve everything. We have a consistent pattern and track record on you. We have a history about you, gang. You're not just gonna have everything that you've done swept under the rug for your timeline. Now, I don't even think Sneako could calculate and fathom how little people do care about him now. Remember when he got attacked by that person on the street not too long ago? Clearly, and I do mean clearly, Sneako was the victim in that situation. But as I've talked about in recent videos, the average everyday person is consuming these things, and these people hold different jobs and positions. Some of them may be police officers, and they'll have to ultimately pass judgment as to your future and fate. Sneako found out in real time that the police don't give a damn about him getting attacked on the street in New York.
Yikes.
I found out from the NYPD, they identified the guy. They know who the guy is, but they said he's homeless. So they are going to arrest him once he commits another crime. Can you believe that? The situation's funny because, let's be real, if it was Rabbi Shmuley, there would be an entire manhunt across the city.
Now, up until this point, you could argue that Sneako is dealing with the consequences of his own actions. Whether we're talking about the UFC ban, the Twitch rejection, or the Australia ban, those were things that he had done for the controversial years that he had spent on the internet. But this one is different. This one, he is truly the victim. Like, we saw it in 4K. The police know exactly who it is, but they are not willing to do anything about it. I think that's messed up. But at the same time, boy, oh boy, your name is dirty in the streets. Sneako is too controversial for institutions to accept him, but apparently not sympathetic enough for institutions to even protect him. And when you get to this point in your life, you truly do have to look around and question every decision that you've made and take a step back. You are so toxic. Your reputation is so toxic that people can't even garner sympathy for you when you are clearly the victim in this situation. You can't even walk into the room before your reputation does. And I think that that's sad and potentially dangerous. The real story about this isn't about Sneako having one bad week. The real story is about how old Sneako is still creating new consequences for new Sneako. For the life of me, I've been trying to figure out why these entities continuously look at Sneako as some sort of ick that they don't want a part of their organizations. And I wrapped my brain around it for about 2 seconds until I hopped on Twitter and saw his reaction to the entire Chud the Builder situation.
I told him, bro, you should probably do some desktops, because a lot of people are thinking that you are going to be a target. A lot of people want him dead. I'll just put it straight up. And I don't agree with a lot of what he does. It can be antagonizing, but a lot of stuff's funny. I can't even lie to you. It is funny to see, because the principle is that he's standing on free speech, right? He goes up to people and he says, "Do you believe in free speech?" And they go, "Yeah." So can white people say the N-word? No! And then they get really angry, and then he starts saying it, and they get upset, and then he pulls out the pepper spray, and if they attack him, then he retaliates.
This is exactly why people doubt Sneako's growth. He gives Chud the Builder some solid advice about how he should go about his life, not necessarily denouncing the racism, but ultimately saying that he should lay low and, you know, do desktop streams, but then undercuts that whole thing by saying, you know, it's still funny. The content is still kind of funny at the end of the day.
Bye.
Mind you, this is the man who was walking around provoking black people, causing a public disturbance, public nuisance. And if you think that people aren't watching that and watching those who condone it and don't vehemently condemn it, then you're absolutely wrong. Sure, he can condemn the consequences, but if he's still, you know, favoring the behavior, laughing at it, all these different things, then it's not going to matter to the eyes of those who are the gatekeepers of the places that he's trying to be in. And it also doesn't help that he's hypocritical about the things that he says either. DJ Academics pressed Sneako behind his words when it came to Chud the Builder. And when presented with a hypothetical scenario, Sneako pretty much proves the fact that he doesn't even stand on this so-called belief system.
To this individual word.
Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say fuck. No.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh. No, I'm saying I'm asking you to say it because it should have no meaning, right? There's a fucking meaning to it, right?
Okay.
Clearly, but you wouldn't say that, right? Because
do you not see the point that you're making? How are you equating God?
Words have meaning, brother.
How are you equating God, disrespecting God, the Almighty, something that we have faith in, to something that only has meaning if we attribute meaning to it? God has meaning without us. This hard R word, listen, this word only has the meaning that you give to it. Allah exists without us.
What you just told me, you can't disrespect God. Okay, get it, and I agree. But you can disrespect an entire group of people, and your solution to that is that the entire group of people should just not be offended.
That word only has
the reason why this is
like, and this nigga back to having bite-ass takes, bro. This is exactly why you can't step foot in Australia. This is why you banned, nigga. This is why you got to check in everything now. And most of them not gonna let you in, bro. You back to saying like, bro, what did I do? And then you go back to like, nigga, like, bro, you know your life is getting cooked, my nigga. If academics is cooking the shit out you, bro, you got act baking the shit out you and toasting you on live. You just need to stick the kick, man. That's it, bro. Like that's the only thing. You feel me? The bots and the people that don't have actual brain cells, those are the only people that's gonna rock with you. You feel me? People that actually can critically think and have logic, they're not gonna rock with you, bro. Like, nigga, they try to act so innocent, and look, you back to your ways. This is exactly what Omizi was talking about, bro. You feel me? Like, you act good for a little bit, and then you go back to doing this stupid shit. Back to the shit reason why you got homeless niggas, homeless Trevor GTA 5 NPCs are trying to do judo, you feel me, takedowns on you and shit, bro. Got your legs flying in the air and shit. This is why. Cause you say bot shit like that. This is exactly why NYPD, alright, you feel me? In their mind, they in the damn office eating donuts and shit, drinking coffee, clowning the shit at you. They're not about to help you with no case, nigga. This is what happens.
Important is because it'd be different if Sneako could lean on the fact that, you know, hey, I've got this belief system, I believe this is right and this is wrong, etc., as to why he is condoning certain actions. But if that doesn't stay consistent against these different tests that people put it to, it almost gives the viewer the right to believe that, hey, it's not about if you believe in free speech or not, but more so about the fact that, hey, this is racist and you think that it's funny. Exactly. Especially somebody who is racist, who is antagonizing a group of people. Why would they want you in a country? Why would they want you in an event? Why would they want you around and associated with? This is why people still see the old Sneako. It's not because they're being jaded about his actions, but it's because every time that he, you know, says that he has reformed in any way, shape, form, or fashion, he pulls back almost instantly.
He pulls back, right? It's that instant gratification. It's like a dopamine hit, bruh. It's like a nigga trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get something, and I'm swear I'm not on them hardcore drugs, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as he don't get the answer he want to, he back on them hoes. Literally, you're back on the hard shit, even though you said you wasn't, but all because of you literally getting, you feel me, examples or getting used as an example of what can happen if you do the drugs. You still go back to cope with those type of drugs, my nigga, even though all you had to do was just, well, not do them in the first place. You feel me? But clearly you didn't mean it if you went back to doing the same shit that you were doing that got you fucking, you know what I'm saying, canceled or gotten you to the point where nobody wants to be associated or wants you in their country, bro. Like, it's crazy, my nigga. Like, damn, man. What would old Sneako think about you right now, Sneako? Real shit. Like, what would he think? Like, he would probably be disgusted right now, my nigga. Telling you, bro. OG Sneako that's on YouTube, bro. Creative, you feel me? Inspiring now, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Certain environments and certain things you see on YouTube can literally, or on social media in general, can really alter your life or experiences. Cause wasn't he a CUCK a cuck or some shit? Like, did that change his reality or something, or shift his timeline? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, bro.
Instantaneously. There is a path in which he could get away from his past, but every single time that he drops a little nugget on the internet,
cycle.
He seems to always be on the wrong side of history, grandstanding and caping for something that, you know, generally speaking, most people find to be dumb as hell, ignorant, and not something that you should be supporting. Past can be chasing him around, but he keeps leaving the door open, meaning that people aren't going to be quick to forgive him and forget because you keep doing the same things.
Away from social media and all the politics that I've got myself involved in to be able to make what I really want to make. I think we've yet to see an artist come directly out of the social media world, and I want to be the one to do it. When I was streaming the other night, my community started saying that art is liberal and gay. In streaming, I've cultivated an audience that shares little to no interest with me besides UFC and all the dude activities that are popular in media. I love streaming, but part of the reason I hate it is because you end up becoming a jukebox for people who want to hear the same talking points over and over again. I'm beginning to understand why bands like Radiohead refuse to play their most famous songs like Creep. I'm a weirdo. Yeah, maybe in 1993, but it's time to grow up.
The uncomfortable reality of the situation, and this is where I just have to keep it 100, is that Sneako can believe that he has genuinely changed. Hell, Sneako can have genuinely changed. He could not believe some of the rhetoric that he shared in the past. He could, I don't know, do volunteer work. He could have literally changed how he walks, but the consequences of his past will forever be trailing him and forever be following him. When you spend years of being controversial, saying extreme things, entering toxic spaces, inviting toxic people into the public eye, and becoming a symbol for an internet movement, you're not just making content, you're building a public record that can be pulled at the drop of a dime. And just because you walk away doesn't mean that people still can't pull that record. This is the digital footprint that people have been talking about for the past couple of years. If you have the ability to Google somebody's name and all the negative things are the things that pile to the front, that's where you're gonna suffer the most. And I will say, I do applaud these places and spaces for putting their foot down. Just because somebody has changed or just because somebody apologizes, I'm a firm believer in you don't have to accept it. Just because these people say that they're on the path of retribution and they want to seek forgiveness doesn't mean that they are following the path that you have laid out, or if there's even a path for you. I'm a firm believer in people being able to make decisions on who and who not to let in their space, especially if it means protecting innocent men, women, children from you as a content creator who will potentially subject them to a bunch of nonsense, rage baiting that can lead to like race riots, anti-Semitic think, etc., etc. This also goes to show how impactful these social media content creators' words are. Them trying to get it off the past couple years of like, hey, I'm just a guy behind the camera. That shit's not flying. And for what it's worth, I think a lot of countries are seeing the rise in some of the movements that are growing in the United States and saying, ooh, yeah, anything and everything that we can do to get away from that, we want to kind of do. Because there should be no reason why there was like this anti-Semitic rise in the US to the public forefront, other than some content creators who have a high audience viewership on a monthly basis coming up with the dumb toxic rhetoric on the camera. Like that shouldn't have happened. Sneako's week may look insane on the cover of it all, but I don't think so. I think that this is something that people have honestly predicted, and it's something that will impact other content creators that suffer from the same past as Sneako. Think about it. This isn't impacting everyone. I've had bad takes. Everybody on the internet has had bad takes or extreme takes, whatever the case may be. I'm not a guy who likes mayonnaise, and some people think that that's an extreme take. But for what it's worth, my record doesn't look like a Sneako's or even a Candace Owens or whoever else is potentially banned from Australia. And ultimately, these people don't get to dictate how fast retribution is for them. Consequences move slow, gang. Consequences do. Think about it this way. Not working out, not eating healthy, it doesn't impact you in the next 2 hours. It may only rear its head 20 years from now. But when those consequences hit, you turning around, looking left, right, and sideways for somebody to blame, and you want people to be woe was me about it, it's not gonna happen. You could totally be somebody else. I know people who smoked in their 20s, who stopped smoking in their 40s, and then in their 60s they get lung cancer. You totally stop being that person, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences of your actions in the past. It's just that simple.
Facts. Shout out Meezy, man, for that banger, bro. It's facts. I mean, we knew this was inevitable. You feel me? He had probably multiple people years before that, before he even started doing all that goofy shit, to tell him, hey, man, this path we going down, bro, is not cool. And look, bro, we're all grown at the end of the day, and so we have our own decisions, and those were the life paths and timelines you chose, nigga. Now you're on the dark side, and there's no way you can, you feel me, there's no way out of that, bro. You feel me? This is what happens, bro. It's a ripple effect, you know what I'm saying? Domino effect, whatever you want to call it, bro. Because at the end of the day, I don't know why you just thought you was just unfuckwittable or some shit like that, or untouchable, but you built your huge brand off of doing this stuff. People don't remember OG Sneako. They remember Sneako that's, you feel me, a weirdo, hang around for validation, trying to fit in, saying dumb takes, doing weird controversial stuff, not respecting others or races in general. But you wanna, you feel me, but wanna talk to Tud the Builder and give him inspiration or tell him what he need to do, and saying the weirdo shit he doing is funny. Like, that nigga's a psyop. Like, both of them are. So that's just that Kick shit, bro. That's why I don't even fuck with people on Kick for real, because 9 out of 10, bro, all of them are literally just the leftovers, like the rejects, my nigga. And yeah, it's sad, but it's true. But hey, man, see when we stop by the video, like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Yes, bro, Carter, please WCC. I'm out to be. Y'all stay safe, man. I love y'all. Till next time, man. I'm out, bro.